Hello friends, still not Jim Nance. Kurt Berglund with APBA Hall of Fame set King of the Hill tournament action. It's getting good, people. If you have not been on board, you are on at the right time. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share these videos. Check out my archive, my playlist of APBA Hall of Fame set tournament action to get yourself caught up. Here are the standings with an update on where we stand and the King of the Hill action. You need 10 wins to get to the World Series. First two teams to get there will be our World Series competitors. In first place right now, the 81 to the present American League with 6 wins. The losses are not really important in this, except that they knock you off being the King of the Hill, and you have to wait your turn to come back around and get another shot at the new King of the Hill. Second place, the 61 to the 80s with 5 wins. Third place is a 4-way tie. The 21 to the 40s, the 01s to the 20s, the Negro League team, and the 41 to the 60s all have 3 wins. And in fourth place, and they better get to work, the 81 to the present National Leaguers and the not yet Hall of Famers both have 2 wins. Our current King of the Hill team is the 41 to the 60 club, and today's opponent is the 21 to 40 squad. These are the King of the Hill. Their opponent is the also 3-win 2140s. The winner of this game does 2 things. They become or remain, as the case may be, the King of the Hill. But they move into third place with 4 wins. And what that will do is to put them just 1 game behind the 6180s for the second place World Series positioning. We have a ways to go, but it's very tight, and it's probably going to get tighter. As soon as we get a 4-win club, that'll knock these other 3-win teams into 4th place, where you really don't want to be, especially when it's getting late in the season. So these are our standings. Our pitchers today for the 2140s, it'll be King Carl Hubbell, the left-hander from the New York Giants, going up against the Cleveland Indians flamethrower Bob Feller for the 4160s. Both teams, because you can't start more than 3 games in the same position, and 4 games overall, are having to juggle their lineups a little bit. Both teams have some guys that haven't played a lot yet in today's lineup, and so it's going to be interesting to see how that affects the outcome of this game. But clearly, 2 of the great pitchers of all time, Hubbell versus Feller. Let's go to the starting lineups. The lineups go like this. For the 2140s, Luke Appling leading off at short. Batting second, right field, Mel Ott. Batting third at first base, Hank Greenberg. Batting fourth at third base, Jimmy Fox. Batting fifth in left field, Al Simmons. Batting sixth in center field, Jolton Giottomaggio. Batting seventh behind the plate, Mickey Cochran. And batting eighth at second base, Charlie Gehringer. On the mound, it's Carl Hubbell. He is an A pitcher with an XZ modifier. This is a fielding 1 defense. Let's look at the 4160s. Lou Boudreau leads off at shortstop. Larry Doby bats second in center field. Monty Irvin bats third in right field. Ralph Kiner bats fourth in left field. Al Kaline bats fifth at first base. Roy Campanella bats sixth behind the plate. George Kell bats seventh at third base, and Joe Gordon bats eighth at second base. Bob Feller is on the mound for the 4160s. He is a B pitcher with a KX modifier, but no Z. So we'll see if that plays a role in the game today. He, of course, was a right-hander. All right, so Luke Appling steps into the batter's box, and we're ready to go. Here's the pitch from Feller, and he walks him promptly, the first batter of the game. I just get done talking about modifiers and Appling walks. Okay, it's hot. Pitch to Mel from Feller is hit toward Ralph Kiner in left, and he puts it away for out number one. Hank Greenberg up. Pitch from Feller. Hey, struck him out with the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. One strikeout, 2 down in the first, and Fox at the plate. Feller the stretch and the pitch, and hit toward the line in left. Kiner on the run. He's getting his work in, and he makes the catch for the third out, and that retires the 2140s, who are 3-3 on the tournament in the first inning. Hubbell now facing the 4160s, the current king of the hill, the home team as such, and it's Lou Boudreau. The 4160s are 3-4 in the tournament. The pitch, ground ball. Yep, just checking for a K modifier. Ground ball Appling. He gloves it and throws to Greenberg for out number one in the first. This team is also a fielding one. The 4160s, both are fielding one in this game. Doby up. And Doby singles to center field. Drops in front of DiMaggio. And there's a man on for the 4160s right away. Hubbell. The stretch. The pitch to Irvin, and there goes Doby. There, whoop, whoa, hey, oh boy, oh my gosh, stuff's dropping left and right. Cochran with the throw, and they get Doby as Irvin. Takes the pitch, misses the pitch, sorry. And it's a 2-4 caught stealing on Doby with Irvin still at the plate. Kiner on deck. The pitch hit to, popped up. Jimmy Fox in fair territory will put it away for out number 3. So that retires the 4160s with no damage. We go to the second. We're scoreless. Feller will face Simmons, DiMaggio, and Cochran in the second. Pitch to Al Simmons. Second, popped up. Boudreau on the infield dirt will take it for out number 1. Here's DiMaggio. Joe walks. Second walk for Feller. He's got 1 strikeout to go with it. And Cochran. Feller the stretch. The pitch to Mickey. Cochran is popped up. Under it is Campanella, and he takes it for out number 2. Gehringer up with Hubbell on deck. Feller the stretch and the pitch, and it's a comebacker. Gloved by Feller. He turns and flips to K-line, and that will retire the 2140s in the second. We have had a scoreless inning and a half of baseball. For the 4160s, it'll be Kiner, K-line, and Campanella. Righty against Hubbell. But he's got that screwball working. He walks Kiner. 1 on for K-line. Pitch to Al. Ground ball, Gehringer. He goes to Appling for 1. The relay to Greenberg is not in time. K-line beats the wrap as Kiner is retired on the fielder's choice, and now it's Campanella. Pitch chopped on the infield, off Hubbell's glove, rolls toward Gehringer. There's no play anywhere. Runners on first and second now with 1 out for Kell. Hubbell looking for a double play ball. The stretch, the pitch to George Kell. Popped it up. Gehringer on the infield grass. Takes it for out number 2. And now it's Joe Gordon with Feller on deck. Hubbell the stretch. The pitch to Joe Gordon is a base hit. Around third is K-line. He will score. It's 1-0 41 60s. And Campanella will go to third. So it's 41 60s at the corners. Gordon at first, Campanella at third with 2 outs and a man in. Feller up, 1-0 41 60s. The pitch from Hubbell. Hey, he struck him out. That's King Carl's first. But the 41 60s get a run on 2 hits, and they leave 2. After 2 complete, it's 1-0 41 60s. So in the third, it'll be Hubbell, Appling, and Ott. Hubbell leading it off, 9-1-2. And that's just out of Boudreau's reach, and a hit for Hubbell as Appling comes to the plate. Feller up on the mound, the stretch, the pitch. Appling is not bunting. Ground ball knocked down by Kell. He picks it up. He fires to K-line, and that retires Appling as Hubbell moves up to second. So with 1 out, he's in scoring position for Mellott, who has not gotten a lot of action yet. 0 for 1 in this one. The pitch from Feller. Base hit, drops in front of Kiner. He charges it in good shape and fires it in. Hubbell stops at third. There's 21 40s at the corners with 1 out in the top of the third, and now it's Greenberg. Feller in a jam, looking for a double play ball. Bullet Bob the stretch, the pitch to Greenberg. Ground ball, Gordon. He goes to Boudreau for 1, and the relay to K-line is in time. That's exactly what they got. A rally-killing, soul-crushing 4-6-3 double play. Turned by the Kings of the Hill. So after 2.5, it's 41 60s out in front. 1-0. Boudreau, 0 for 1. Pitch to Lou is a strike called. 0-1. Next pitch from Hubbell, he walks him. Man on for the 41 60s, and Doby up. Hubbell the stretch. Doby squares to bunt. And gets it down. Hubbell gloves it. Flips to Gehringer covering at first, and the sacrifice works as Boudreau moves up to second. Now it's Irvin with Kiner on deck. Monty is 0 for 1. The pitch. Chopped on the infield over Hubbell's head. Gloved by Gehringer, no play anywhere. Irvin legs that out, and Boudreau goes to third. There's 41-60s at the corners now for Kiner. Double play depth for the infield. Pitch from Hubbell to Kiner. Grounded to Gehringer. He flips to Appling for 1. The relay to Greenberg is in time, and it's a soul-crushing rally, killing 4-6-3 double play. Turnabout is fair play. And after 3, 1-0, 41-60s. We got a good game going here early. Fox, Simmons, and DiMaggio up in the fourth for the 21-40s. Both teams need this badly. The winner gets third place at the moment. The loser waits. Base hit Fox. Right over Boudreau's head. He's aboard. And now it's Simmons. Feller the stretch. The pitch. Ground ball, Boudreau. He goes to Gordon for 1. The relay to K-line, not in time. Simmons beats the wrap. Fox retired 6-4 in the fielder's choice, and now it's DiMaggio. No official time at bat. He walked in the second. The pitch to Jolton. Joe is hit to center high, but not deep. Doby under it, and there's 2 down. Now it's Cochran. Feller doing what needs to be done here. Cochran's 0 for 1. The pitch. Ground ball, gloved by Kell. He's going to go the short way to Gordon covering, and that will retire the 21-40s in the fourth. After 3.5, it's 1-0, 41-60s in their defense. Their first defense as Kings of the Hill. K-line, Campanella, and Kell up in the fourth for the 41-60s. Pitch to K-line. He scored the run in today's game. Popped it up. Under it is Fox, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Now it's Campy. 1 for 1. Hit to center, hit into left center, hit deep. DiMaggio back and puts it away for out number 2. Kell is 0 for 1. The stretch and the pitch. Chopped toward Appling. It's off his glove. Clank. Kell is safe at first on the E6, and it's Gordon coming to the plate. He drove in the only run today. On deck is Feller. Hubbell the stretch and the pitch. And it gets past Cochran. That'll move Kell up into scoring position. They can walk Gordon now and get to Feller if they want to. Hubbell the stretch. They're going after Gordon. The pitch home. Grounded to Appling. Kell's heading to third. Appling throws to Fox, who applies the tag. And it's a 6-5 2-out put out by the 21-40 defense. So we've played 4 complete. It's still 1-0. 41-60s. Gehringer, Hubbell, and Appling 8-9-1. 0 for 1 for Charlie. Pitch, walked him. Hubbell up. Feller the stretch. Pitch home. Feller squares. And it's right back to Feller. He gloves it and tosses it to Gordon covering first. That'll move Gehringer up to second. With 1 out, it's Appling. Luke is 0 for 1 with a walk. Feller the stretch, the pitch home. Hey, struck him out, and that's number 2 for Bob Feller. 2 gone in the 5th, and Ott is up. Mel is 1 for 2. Feller the stretch, the pitch, and he walks him. Feller has walked 4 in the game. He has allowed 3 hits, but he has allowed nobody to cross the pay station. Greenberg up, 2 on, 2 outs. Big moment in this game. Hank is 0 for 2. The pitch. Ground ball, Kell. He fires to K-line at first, and that will retire the side. In the 5th, we're halfway through this one. 1-0, 41-60s. Feller throwing a shutout. Not looking pretty, but he's doing it. Now up for the 41-60s, it's Feller, Boudreau, and Doby, 9-1-2. Bob is 0 for 1. Pitch from Hubbell. Ground ball, Fox. He gloves it and throws to Greenberg for the first out in the bottom of the 5th. Boudreau's 0 for 1 with a walk. Pitch to Lou. Hey, struck him out. That's number 2 for King Carl. Doby up. 1 for 1. Caught stealing and a bunt. Hubbell winds and delivers. Ground ball, Appling. Luke collects it and fires to Greenberg for out number 3. We've played 5 complete. It's 1-0, 41-60s as Feller trudges back out for inning number 6. He's thrown a lot of pitches. He's walked 5 in 5 innings. Fox, Simmons, and DiMaggio up against Feller in the 6th. Pitch to Jimmy. Hit to center. That's Larry Doby country, and he puts it away for out number 1. Simmons 0 for 2. Feller the stretch and the pitch, and that's a base hit over Boudreau's head. So Simmons is on with 1 out for DiMaggio. 0 for 1 for Joe with a walk. Marilyn in the crowd, eating Doritos with gloves on. I don't know what's going on there. I'm not sure Joe does either, except I'm sure he wants her to go make him some food. The pitch to DiMaggio. Ground ball, Kell. He gloves it to Gordon for 1. The relay to K-line is in time for a rally killing, soul crushing 5-4-3 double play. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 1-0. 41-60s. 3, 4, 5 hitters up as they look for insurance. Irvin, Kiner, and K-line. Irvin's 1 for 2. Pops it up. Fox on the infield dirt. 1 gone. Now it's Kiner 0 for 1. Pops it up. Under it is Fox on the infield grass. 2 down. And now K-line. 0 for 1 for Al. Ground ball, Gehringer. He flips it to Greenberg, and that retires the side in the 6th. We go to the 7th. 1-0, 41-60s. The only run. K-Line reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd, was singled to second by Campanella. Kell popped out, and Gordon singled K-Line home with 2 outs. They could have walked Gordon to get to Feller, but they chose not to and paid for it. In the 7th, it's Cochran, Gehringer, and Hubbell. 7-8-9. The pitch to Mickey. Hit to center. Doby into left center is going to get there, and there's 1 down. Gehringer 0 for 1 with a walk. Pitch to Charlie. Hey, struck him out. That's number 3. Well, this is an interesting dilemma. 2 outs in the 7th. Hubbell's pitching a good game. He's only allowed 4 hits. He's walked 2. There is all kinds of firepower on that bench. But there's not all kinds of good relievers in that pen. They're going for it. Coming out of the dugout is Babe Ruth. He will pinch hit for Hubbell against the fireballer, Bob Feller. Two outs, top of the 7th, 1-0. They trail. The pitch to Ruth. Walks him. All right, now it's Appling. 0 for 2. They're hitting for him. They're going for it now. Now they're in. Now they're in. So it's going to be Gehrig. Facing Feller. They're trying to score in the 7th. The pitch from Feller to Gehrig. Ground ball, Boudreau goes to Gordon, and that will retire the side. So they burned the Yankees and didn't get anything out of it. Babe Ruth is heading to the pitcher's mound for the first time in the tournament. Archie Vaughn will be the new shortstop. He will bat first. Gehrig is done. And it's time to stretch him out in this one as Babe Ruth takes his warm-up tosses. He is an A pitcher, no modifiers. Feller still throwing a shutout. And Ruth will face Campanella. Then Kell, then Gordon in the bottom of the 7th. Campanella 1 for 2. The pitch is a hanger from the Babe. Campanella, base hit. Gets it started. Kell coming to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Will they run for Campy here? I'm thinking they will. Jackie Robinson is going to pinch run for Roy Campanella in the 7th. Kell is at the plate. Ruth is on the mound. Babe to the stretch. And the pitch, and there goes Jackie Robinson. It's the hit and run. Ground ball, Archie Vaughn. He fires it to Hank Greenberg, and that retires Kell as Jackie Robinson moves into scoring position. Now it's Joe Gordon with a runner in scoring position in first base open. Again, they can walk him to get to Feller. This time there's 1 out. Last time there were 2 outs. Ruth, the stretch, checks Robinson at second. The pitch home. They're not walking him, and that's trouble. Left center and deep. Back to the wall goes DiMaggio, and Gordon has taken Babe Ruth out of here. A 2-run shot, and it's looking really good for the 4160s right now. Ruth disgusted with himself, but that's the way it's kind of gone for the 2140s. Feller up 0 for 2, 3-0 now in the bottom of the 7th. The pitch. Hey, struck him out. That's the Babe's first strikeout. It's Feller's second. And now Boudreau 0 for 2 with a walk. Doby on deck. The pitch. He walks. That's going to get action up in the 2140 bullpen. Dazzy Vance starts to throw. Boudreau's on first. Doby at the plate. There's 2 men out. 2 in. The pitch home. Ground ball, Greenberg. He's going to flip to the Babe covering, and that will retire the 4160s in the 7th, but they get 2 on 2 hits and leave 1. After 7, it's 3-0 4160s. And a bend but don't break Bob Feller approach to pitching. Top of the 8th, it's Ott, Greenberg, and Fox. They got some work to do, and they've got 6 outs to do it in. 1 for 2 for Mel. The pitch. Walked him. That's going to get action up in the 4160s. They don't want to lose this one after being this close. Hoyt Wilhelm getting up again. He saved the previous game yesterday. Greenberg 0 for 3. The pitch. Hit to left. Under it is Kiner, and there's 1 down. Now it's Fox. 1 for 3 for Jimmy. Hey, struck him out. That's number 4 for Feller. And Simmons 1 for 3. Ground ball, Gordon. He flips to Boudreau. Side retired in the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 3-0, 4160s. With the Babe coming out for 1 more inning, at least. Irvin, Kiner, and Kaline up. Monty is 1 for 3. The pitch. Walked him. Vance throwing again. Kiner at the plate. 0 for 2. Pitch home to Ralph. Chopper, first base. Greenberg loves it. Tosses to Ruth covering, and that'll advance Irvin to second with 1 out. Kaline up 0 for 2, 0 for 3 with a run scored. Ruth a stretch. The pitch home. Hit to left. Under it is Simmons, and he makes the catch for out number 2. And now it's going to be, wait a minute, doing the wrong thing here. It's going to be Berra batting for the first time after Robinson ran for Campanella in the 7th and scored on Gordon's home run. So a man in scoring position against Ruth. Berra, lefty-lefty matchup. Irvin at second, 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. The pitch to Yogi. Taken by Berra, and there goes Irvin for third. The throw down from Cochran to Fox is not in time. Irvin steals third. Now he's 90 feet away. Berra behind in the count, 0-1. The pitch from the Babe to the Yogi. Line shot caught by Gehringer. That will end the 8th inning. So Ruth, a rocky couple of innings. We go to the 9th. 3-0, 41-60s. Feller looking to finish the shutout. Wilhelm still lobbing knuckleballs in the bullpen. All right, so we got DiMaggio, Cochran, and Gehringer. DiMaggio will bat. In the on-deck circle is Hornsby to bat for Cochran. Feller the wind and the delivery. Base hit for DiMaggio. He's on. Maryland puts the nachos down just long enough to applaud Jolton Joe's base hit. They're sticking with Feller. Cochran is due but will not bat. It's Hornsby batting for Cochran. On deck, here comes Hack Wilson. Batting for Gehringer. Feller the stretch. The pitch to Hornsby. Ground ball, Kell. He gloves it and throws to K-line as DiMaggio moves to second base, but his run doesn't mean too much. Here comes Hack Wilson to bat for Gehringer. One out. DiMaggio at second. 3-0 lead for Feller. Top of the 9th. The stretch, the pitch to Hack Wilson. Ground ball, Gordon. DiMaggio heading to third, but not running very hard. Gordon fires to Kell, and they tag out Jolton Joe. Maryland just threw her nachos, and there's a bunch of patrons covered with cheese sauce right about now, and Babe Ruth comes to the plate. Babe Ruth. The Last Chance Saloon for the 2140s. They're down 3. On deck, Archie Vaughn. Feller the stretch. He's 1 out away from a shutout. The pitch. And spoke too soon. He hung this one, and that's to deep center. It's going to get over Doby's head. And he's going to have some trouble with it out there. He fires the relay to Boudreau. Boudreau's throw to Kell is not in time. Hack Wilson scores all the way from first. And Babe Ruth is at third, breathing heavily with a 3-bagger. It's 3-1, and that's going to do it for Feller. We'll give you his numbers. Hoyt Wilhelm will be the relief pitcher. Wilhelm is an A in relief, an XZ modifier. Feller went 8 2/3 innings. He allowed 6 hits. He walked 5. He struck out 4. He allowed 1 run. It's earned. Ruth is his responsibility. He can only win it. Feller can. And Wilhelm is on for the save or the loss, depending upon what happens. Ott is on deck. Vaughn is at the plate. And I don't think they have another shortstop. Oh, wait, maybe they do. Maybe they do. They do. It's Hornsby, but then they don't have another second baseman. So it's going to be Archie Vaughn. Yep, it's going to be Archie Vaughn to bat against Wilhelm. Vaughn is 0 for 1 in this game after entering on a double switch in the top of the 7th. Entering on defense after Gehrig hit for Appling in the top of the 7th. 3-1, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Vaughn is now the last chance saloon. Wilhelm tuning up the knuckleball. Berra ready to block it. The pitch. Tapped, sort of, back to Wilhelm. He gloves it, turns, throws to K-Line, and the 4160s are still the king of the hill. And now, just as importantly, or maybe more importantly, have secured 3rd place all by their lonesome in this King of the Hill tournament in the rush for 10 wins to make the World Series. Well, I would say that was a strong pitching performance by Carl Hubbell, who had base runners everywhere all game, and the only time he allowed one to score is after he got tired and hung one to the babe. All right, let's go through the standings before we leave today. Here are your King of the Hill standings. Still in first place, of course, the 1981 to the present American Leaguers at 6-4. Second place belongs to the 6180s at 5-4, but we have a team in third now all by themselves. It's the 4160s, who are 4-4. They're in third place by a full game. I put a star by their record to indicate they are still the king of the hill. And in their next game, they have to take on the Dead Ballers, the 0120s, who are 3-3 and breathing hard down their necks. Warren Spahn will be on the mound for the 4160s, and for the Dead Ballers, it's gonna be Walter Johnson. Oh, man. Gonna be a good one. Spahn versus Johnson in our next game. Be sure to be here. It's getting good. For the 2140s, not only a devastating 4th loss, but now they have to wait their turn to take another shot at whoever the king of the hill will be 6 games from now. Thank you for joining me. I'm Kurt Berglund. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to my channel. I need your subscriptions to keep this channel going. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. So long, everybody.